Hi, this is an Applebaum production. I'm your host, Benita Blocker, and the YouTube channel is Real Life. Today's topic is lock count. So a lot of people are always curious about how many locks you have, etc., etc. So if you're deciding to start your lock journey, your lot count is what you really need to focus on. How many children do you want to take care of? Okay, so uh, I actually paid for Sister Locks, and Sister Locks typically, and I have been trained by Sister Locks, but I don't represent Sister Locks, so want to make sure that disclaimer is out there. But typically, Sister Locks should be 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 lots. So between 400 and 800 lots is what you should get if you're paying for Sister Locks. Now, there are some certified Sister Lock consultants that are on the Sister Locks list, and I've encountered a few that are not giving you your full 400 locks or more. Some people really do have 600 and 700 locks. It depends on the thickness of the hair, the texture, etc. But I know I paid for Sister Locks. I paid a pretty dime about 7 years ago, and I did not get 400 locks. But in retrospect, I did get 300 and something. And I know you're wondering, did you count all your locks? um, I think when they were shorter, obviously, it was easier to kind of, you have to bundle them to wash them and all this stuff. So it was kind of easier to count because I was already having to deal with them just from a short standpoint to make sure they didn't undo themselves. I was still trying to understand the whole concept. So I realized that I definitely didn't have 400, but I'm thinking I probably had about 340, which is actually still pretty good. That's still a lot of children to keep up with. So in retrospect, I'm actually happy that I don't have 700 locks. I have been self-maintaining my hair for about 6 years. They're about 7 years old, and I've been maintaining them myself for the last 6 years. I just hand interlock. I don't use a tool. My hair texture behavior is self-grooming, so it kind of does a lot on its own. Even when I have a lot of new growth, you can't really see it because it self-maintains itself. But I'm just always ongoing trying to tighten something, so there's never any unless I actually go to somebody, there's no way that all my lots are going to be exactly the same tightness or what have you. So, but I'm okay with it because of my hair type, and it works for me. You have to know that when you get locks, you don't always, your locks may not end up being self-grooming. Most of the time, I can tell you ahead of time how I think your locks will come out. Some of that I can figure out through the test locks that are done. That it could be 3, it could be 8. It just kind of depends on how many hair textures you got, where the placement is, that kind of thing. Is a lot of variables where to put the test locks. So I will say that if you're not sold on 700 locks or 600 locks, your focus doesn't necessarily have to be the exclusive Sister Locks. I'm just saying. I think if you're looking for if you were looking for style, typically about 200 locks or more, 200 or more is going to definitely, I'm going to say 240, really. I'm going to say 240. So 240 locks or more should give, if they're strategically placed, with finding your occipital bone, and just as a cosmetologist licensed in 3 states, I pretty much know hair, whether it's loose or locked hair. I know hair. So so I strategically, because I've been trained under Sister Lots, I know how to make the partitions and the sizings, and vary the sizings based on your head shape, to make your hair salable. So the people that I've started locks with, they are definitely under 400 count, but they are not bigger than the Sister Lot tool, because I do use the Sister Lot tool to tighten. So my blog is phenomenalhair.blogspot.com, www.phenomenalhair.blogspot.com. That blog is approaching 10 years old. August of this year, 2019, it'll be 10 years old. I've noticed from a trending standpoint that a lot of people are looking at my first 6 months, my establishment, my first 6 months, all the way up to the first 2 years of my Sister Lot journey. I guess they're trying to compare their hair. A lot of people, I get a lot of compliments on my hair, and fortunately or unfortunately, my hair does fall into a unique category of self-grooming, and there's a lot of you all with beautiful hair that's not, you're going to end up with a little bit more frizz because of the texture or waviness or softness of the hair. My hair is just not like that, so I didn't do as well with trying to keep it straight. So the locked solution that I chose was perfect for me. If you do a consultation with me, and I do charge ahead of time for the consultation, but one of the things that I will explain, I don't recommend the locks for everybody. If you go down that lock journey, whether you got 200, 300, 400, 800 locks, just know that your hair is going to be unique to you. So I've been a cosmetologist like probably 15 years and so I know hair in general. I do a lot of relaxed clients. I have started a significant amount of lock clients. I'll try to put the hashtag so that you can see a little bit of my lock clients work if you're on Instagram. I think I think it's Applebaum Lock Artist. I think that's what I did. Hashtag Applebaum Lock Artist. Anyway, I'm gonna, if you have questions about lock count, then you're welcome to ask me, but I think I pretty much explained it. You decide on the count, and let's be clear, you kind of just need to know whether you want like closer to 400 or you want like 700. Like, that's kind of the thing, because there's no way that, if we say, oh, I want 240, that we want to exactly put 240 locks in your head. If you say 240, then that typically means that, you want it to look right with the least amount of locks. If you say you want 400 locks, then that's where you're going to borderline in size. We will have to start discussing what size, because honestly, right in that 300 to 400 area is where most of my clients are going to fall. So hopefully that helps. I will probably announce some sort of specials periodically. I don't consider myself a discount stylist or anything like that, but just so that you can get in to talk to me, I'm thinking about doing a few discounts. So just limited specials, and it won't last long. But I will be trying to do more topics based on what's trending on my 10-year blog. Thank you. My name is Benita Blogger, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe.